Sounds like that yesterday from Q&A. It sounds like you want to fight Rose in that New York fight. Is that?
No, I didn't say that I want to fight Rose. We don't know who's going to be the next challenger. Yeah, we have two important strawweight fights coming up soon. I'm not talking about this show because we have one strawweight fight this night, but I'm talking about Rose and Carolina, and who is fighting? Jessica Andrade with Jojo Calderwood. So those four girls, one of them can get probably can get a chance to fight for a title, but I don't know who is going to be my next opponent. I didn't hear anything about it.
Did you get a chance to meet Polish Prince Andrzej Farfara while you're in Chicago, the boxer?
No.
Do you know him at all?
No. Who is it?
Andrzej Farfara.
Farfara, yeah, I know Andrzej Farfara well, but I even wanted to invite him for this show, but you know, I was super busy for the last 2 days. My flight was delayed when I was on the way to Chicago, so I was a little bit busy. But I like Andrzej Farfara. Andrew Farfara, he's like one of the greatest Polish athletes. Yeah, next time I will see him.
You keep talking about wanting to fight in New York. Has the UFC given you any indication that you'll actually be on that card?
No, like I want to fight there, but you know, this is going very big and a good show. First show in New York, very good card. So I would like to be part of it. But if they're not gonna put me on this card, I'm not gonna cry. I just gonna wait for my chance. I want to fight in New York because I want to keep on busy, like I did for the last few months. I had 5 fights in 15 months. I had longer breaks because of my broken hand. But that's all, you know. I feel good. No injuries after my last fight with Claudia Gadelha. I'm ready to go.
You've talked a lot about the 125 division. Would you consider yourself a natural strawweight, or do you think you'd have a better fit at 125?
You know, like I used to fight 125 all the time. My whole MMA and boxing career, Muay Thai and boxing career. Even before the UFC, I was flyweight. So I think I would like to try fight in the flyweight again. But I feel good that I'm working with the perfecting athletes. My last weight cut was just amazing, probably the best one. I felt really good, and I can balance between 115 and 125.
Have you talked to Sean Shelby personally about the 125 division?
Yes and not, but they heard, you know. I've been talking a lot. We had super fight between Jojo Calderwood and Valérie Letourneau. We saw how Jojo was doing in the strawweight division and how well she did in the fight with Valérie in the catchweight 125. So we need this division. And
do you think if you fight in 125, what benefits will come to you?
I will be more strong, more powerful. That's all.
You're already establishing yourself as one of the most dominant champions. I think you're like the 3rd longest tenured UFC champion at the moment. Is the potential to become the first 2-weight female champion in the UFC a goal in the back of your mind?
This is what I'm trying to do, and I will do this. I will be the first UFC female fighter who is going to hold 2 belts, 2 different divisions.
You think that will cement you as the best female fighter in UFC history up to this point?
Might be.
Could you talk a little bit about being a champion and what all the responsibilities that comes with it, traveling and doing media appearances?
Yeah, like I'm like I said so many times that I'm very happy that I'm part of the UFC. You know, I used to fight on small shows. I used to like fight for really small money. You know, even sometimes I had to invest more than I made from the fight. But the thing is that it's a pleasure for me to do all kind of media meets and greets with my fans. I like it. It's part of my job. If we want to build this sport, if you want to build the UFC, if you want to build our names, we must do this. You know, we must be focused, keep on training, keep on working hard every day. This is the most important part of our career. But I like to do this. You know. Since I became a champion, I have more obligations, more eyes focus on me, but I can deal with it, and I'm doing pretty well, I think.
Obviously, there's more attention on the UFC than like you said, the smaller shows. as far as the sport itself, do you like MMA better than Muay Thai? Or?
Yes, now definitely I like MMA, #1 sport in my heart and head. So yes.
Nice.
Why do you feel that no women have been busted by USADA, only the men?
You know, we more like we don't need to be big. We don't need to have big muscles. You know, like we want to stay act like ladies. You know, so we don't need to put the steroids in our bodies. But I'm kidding. Like guys must be just more serious about it, and they must be more careful. You know, I'm happy that USADA is part of UFC. I used to be tested by WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, when I've been competing in Muay Thai, so isn't new for me.
Did you watch UFC 200 cage side?
Yes.
So when you were watching and you're looking at Brock Lesnar, what are you thinking? Like,
yeah, when I saw Mark, he's my favorite, one of my favorite UFC fighters, and I was like surprised how strong was Lesnar, you know, and I was like surprised that Mark couldn't do anything for him, you know, to him. So I felt like there was something going on, you know. I think that Mark should get the money, you know, some part of the Brock's money.
Yeah, so you agree? I guess you agree with Mark's frustration and anger.
Yes, I understand, because you know I can fight with the people who are taking steroids or other stuff. You know, I don't care. Like, but you know, isn't fair, you know.
Do you think the randomness of MMA, how anything could happen in the cage, is why the UFC gets more and more fans, and what makes it exciting? Would you say?
What do you mean?
How anything can happen in the cage? A fight can be finished any number of ways.
Which fight?
Any fight, in general, the style of the UFC compared to other sports.
To other sports,
yeah.
Like UFC is growing so fast, you know. Like MMA is so popular everywhere. So I wish that one day UFC is going to be that popular like NBA or NFL in US, and probably in few years with the new investors. Why not?
Coming back about talking about Jedrzejczyk and Muay Thai, and you being also in the competition, you've been in UFC for quite a while time already. How do you think Muay Thai helped you to do a transition between Muay Thai and mixed martial arts?
You know, it was difficult to make a transition from Muay Thai to MMA. I had to learn grappling, jiu-jitsu, and other stuff. You know, and it isn't easy to learn new stuff. But the thing is, like, the most difficult thing is put it all together. You know, like be a complete MMA fighter. But I think I am complete MMA fighter, but the experience which I've got in Muay Thai just helped me, you know. Like, you know, I've been competing a lot. I did almost 100 fights in Muay Thai, kickboxing or boxing, you know. So lots of experience, and I became a UFC champion.
What is your relationship with Carolina? I'm not gonna say her last name
Yeah,
correctly.
Carolina Kowalkiewicz.
Y'all train together?
Yeah, no.
Or?
She lives in different city, very far from my city, but we have good relation. I support Carolina. She supports me. So I wish her all the best in the fight with Rose. I think she can win this fight because Rose, she's very talented girl. She's tough and she got lots of skills. But the thing is that her head is not always on point. She isn't strong mentally, you know what I mean. And Carolina likes to go forward, you know, and so she can win this fight. But the thing is, we have good relation. No fights between two of us. Of course, people in Poland want to see our fight, and they said that we should prove who is the best in Poland, but I'm like, guys, I'm the best in the world. I don't have to prove to you who is the best in Poland. So that's the thing.
I know it's only a couple weeks, but can you talk about the time you spent at Jackson's, where some Albuquerque reporters, I don't know if everyone will
Oh,
hear
that's
about
cool.
this, but
You know, I had some stuff to do in Albuquerque, in Denver after the Ultimate Fighter. So I've been training at Great Jackson. Amazing coaches, amazing people, very friendly atmosphere there. Everyone was very helpful. Lots of good stuff. Just good people, very nice people, and good training.
Did you spend any time in those couple weeks with Holly?
Just few days. I was there for 4 days, probably. Yes, we had 2 trainings together, small sparring sessions. But she was after the fight. I was like kind of out of shape after the Ultimate Fighter. Of course, I've been training every day, but I was just keep on training. Yeah, she's good person, good personality. She was amazing champion. Of course, everyone knows that I like Ronda Rousey, but I respect and I like Holly Holm as well. So I think both of them are very good athletes and amazing champions. You know, former UFC champions.
I'm not sure if you said this already. Do you have any idea, or have you heard when your next fight might be?
It's easy, New York,
New York.
probably.
Okay, so
We don't know yet, but
you're hoping
let
to
me
fight-
talk to Dana. But I think it's going to be New York.
you're hoping to fight at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that's going to be like the biggest event the UFC's ever done?
Yes, probably bigger than the 200. You know.
While you've been in Albuquerque, have you run dunes?
No.
Yeah, because
What's
it's
that?
one of the things they're doing going up the hill in the sand.
Oh, it's no. But I took the trail Sandia Peak.
Yeah.
Sandia Peak. It was amazing views. So it was amazing.
So did you work out at the top of the peak?
No. I went there as a tourist.
One more Albuquerque
Yeah.
fighter. You were taking lots of photos with Michelle Waterson. Did you get to train with her in Albuquerque, or was this the first time?
Yeah, a little bit. Michelle Waterson was training when I was in Albuquerque. You know, are you surprised that I was nice? I'm nice to every fighter. You know, I had just problems with Claudia Gadelha, but after the fight, she proved to everyone who she really is. But it's all over. I like Claudia Gadelha. I respect her as a fighter and as a person. I wish her all the best. But I like Michelle Waterson. I like everyone.
Are
Even
you going to be
today.
at the side watching main event with your belt?
Tonight, no, I don't have my belt with me. I don't know if UFC brought the extra one for me, but mine is sleeping at home under my bed.
Joanna, Chris Ivory is making her campaign to new featherweight division for
Yeah.
women. What do you think about the promotion needs other divisions?
UFC need, yeah, definitely. We need more divisions. Like you can see that female fighters rule the world, rule the UFC. 2 girls are headlining the show tonight. Big show in Melbourne. Big show 2 weeks ago in Las Vegas with me and Claudia Gadelha. We were headlining the show as well. So we need more division, and like the strawweight division is very big. I think more than 30 or 40 fighters right now, very talented. So many girls in the bantamweight division. Like few girls can drop to 125, few girls will go up from 115, and same from 135 higher, you know.
And are you open to a flyweight match with Valentina Shevchenko?
I don't know. First of all, let's wait. We will see if they will open the division 125